How are you? How are you? I was on his side. I was on his side. That is his word. That is his word. He was on the lookout for her. He was on the lookout for her. For a moment, I thought they were with us. For a moment, I thought they were with us. Can you be at the meeting on time? Can you be at the meeting on time? One by one, they have left. One by one, they have left. I have this book for you. I have this book for you. From the start, it seemed like a good idea. From the start, it seemed like a good idea. By the way, have you seen my phone? By the way, have you seen my phone? Hot water is good for a sore throat. Hot water is good for a sore throat. What does the word "but" mean? What does the word "but" mean? Some people like what is familiar to them. Some people like what is familiar to them. Is it possible for you to come in for a meeting? Is it possible for you to come in for a meeting? You have to be careful with your words. You have to be careful with your words. They will be here soon. They will be here soon. How can I help you? How can I help you? The air was thick with tension. The air was thick with tension. Well, that's one way to do it. Well, that's one way to do it. Can you play the piano? Can you play the piano? The small child held his mother's hand. The small child held his mother's hand. The port is busy with ships. The port is busy with ships. Large cities often face traffic issues. Large cities often face traffic issues. Can you spell the word "spell"? Can you spell the word "spell"? Add sugar and stir well. Add sugar and stir well. Even a small act of kindness can make a big difference. Even a small act of kindness can make a big difference. The house is set on a hill. The house is set on a hill. Read the book before bedtime. Read the book before bedtime. Hand in your homework by tomorrow. Hand in your homework by tomorrow. The large dog chased the small cat. The large dog chased the small cat. The spell can only be broken by a special incantation. The spell can only be broken by a special incantation. 3 birds were sitting on a branch. 3 birds were sitting on a branch. I want to eat pizza for dinner. I want to eat pizza for dinner. Fresh air is good for your health. Fresh air is good for your health. Well, that's another story. Well, that's another story. Also, don't forget to bring your ID. Also, don't forget to bring your ID. Play the game with enthusiasm. Play the game with enthusiasm. The cat sat on the mat. The cat sat on the mat. The end of the movie was surprising. The end of the movie was surprising. Put the toys back in their place. Put the toys back in their place. I feel at home in this city. I feel at home in this city. Read the instructions carefully. Read the instructions carefully. Hand in your application at the front desk. Hand in your application at the front desk. How did he manage to do that? How did he manage to do that? I was waiting for his response. I was waiting for his response. They are playing with the new toys. They are playing with the new toys. She had a book on her desk. She had a book on her desk. We can go to the park for a picnic. We can go to the park for a picnic. The cat is sitting on the roof. The cat is sitting on the roof. Are you coming with us to the party? Are you coming with us to the party? He said it would be done by tomorrow. He said it would be done by tomorrow. The children were excited to go to the zoo. The children were excited to go to the zoo. Can you be at the meeting on time? Can you be at the meeting on time? One by one, they entered the room. One by one, they entered the room. I have a question for you. I have a question for you. This is the place where we first met. This is the place where we first met. The house is built on a hill. The house is built on a hill. From here, you can see the sunset. From here, you can see the sunset. By the time we arrived, the show had already started. By the time we arrived, the show had already started. It's hot outside, let's go for a swim. It's hot outside, let's go for a swim. What word would you use to describe the painting? What word would you use to describe the painting? He wanted to go but didn't know how. He wanted to go but didn't know how. Some people prefer tea over coffee. Some people prefer tea over coffee. Is it possible for you to come later? Is it possible for you to come later? You can find the answer in the back of the book. You can find the answer in the back of the book. The hot air balloon rose high in the sky. The hot air balloon rose high in the sky. Tell me more about your plan for the weekend. Tell me more about your plan for the weekend. Does this sentence make sense to you? Does this sentence make sense to you? Set the table for dinner. Set the table for dinner. 3 birds were sitting on the fence. 3 birds were sitting on the fence. I want to see the new movie in the theater. I want to see the new movie in the theater. The air in the mountains is very fresh. The air in the mountains is very fresh. The well is deep, but the water is clean. The well is deep, but the water is clean. Also, don't forget to play some music. Also, don't forget to play some music. She has a small garden in her backyard. She has a small garden in her backyard. The movie ended with a surprising twist. The movie ended with a surprising twist. The cat is chasing its tail around the room. The cat is chasing its tail around the room. The story had a happy ending. The story had a happy ending. The dog followed us everywhere. The dog followed us everywhere. Why did you ask that question? Why did you ask that question? Men and women have equal rights. Men and women have equal rights. The weather might change later in the day. The weather might change later in the day. We went to the beach, and the sand was hot. We went to the beach, and the sand was hot. The light from the lantern illuminated the path. The light from the lantern illuminated the path. Be kind to others, and they will be kind to you. Be kind to others, and they will be kind to you. He often goes to the gym to stay fit. He often goes to the gym to stay fit. I went to the store, but they didn't have what I needed. I went to the store, but they didn't have what I needed. Can you help me with my homework? Can you help me with my homework? Keep your room clean and organized. Keep your room clean and organized. The old man sat on the porch, watching the sunset. The old man sat on the porch, watching the sunset. The new building will be open next month. The new building will be open next month. Every student should strive for excellence. Every student should strive for excellence. Good friends always support each other. Good friends always support each other. Can you give me a ride to the airport? Can you give me a ride to the airport? Our team is in first place. Our team is in first place. The cat is under the table. The cat is under the table. What is your favorite thing about the city? What is your favorite thing about the city? The teacher asked us to find the solution. The teacher asked us to find the solution. Many people worry about the future. Many people worry about the future. Then, they walked off into the sunset. Then, they walked off into the sunset. We need to learn from our mistakes. We need to learn from our mistakes. The plant needs sunlight to grow. The plant needs sunlight to grow. Cover the pot and let it simmer for 20 minutes. Cover the pot and let it simmer for 20 minutes. The food at the restaurant was delicious. The food at the restaurant was delicious. The sun was setting over the mountains. The sun was setting over the mountains. He found a lost dog on the street. He found a lost dog on the street. The children are playing in the backyard. The children are playing in the backyard. I couldn't find my keys, they were nowhere to be seen. I couldn't find my keys, they were nowhere to be seen. Head north until you reach the highway. Head north until you reach the highway. Stand on your own 2 feet and face the challenges. Stand on your own 2 feet and face the challenges. The river flowed calmly under the bridge. The river flowed calmly under the bridge. The car's engine started making a strange noise. The car's engine started making a strange noise. She has a talent for dance. She has a talent for dance. The position of the planets affects our lives. The position of the planets affects our lives. The cat stretched its body and yawned. The cat stretched its body and yawned. The wide river divided the city in half. The wide river divided the city in half. Sail across the ocean and explore new lands. Sail across the ocean and explore new lands. The material used for the dress was expensive. The material used for the dress was expensive. The size of the room was perfect for a party. The size of the room was perfect for a party. Vary your routine to keep things interesting. Vary your routine to keep things interesting. Settle the matter peacefully through discussion. Settle the matter peacefully through discussion. Speak your mind and express your opinions. Speak your mind and express your opinions. The weight of the box was too much for him to carry. The weight of the box was too much for him to carry. The general direction is to the east. The general direction is to the east. The ice on the lake is thick enough to walk on. The ice on the lake is thick enough to walk on. Does the matter really matter to you? Does the matter really matter to you? The circle represents unity and continuity. The circle represents unity and continuity. Pair up and work on the project together. Pair up and work on the project together. Divide the work among the team members. Divide the work among the team members. The athlete felt the strain on his muscles. The athlete felt the strain on his muscles. The grand ballroom was beautifully decorated. The grand ballroom was beautifully decorated. The ship sailed smoothly on the calm sea. The ship sailed smoothly on the calm sea. The area between the two mountains is a valley. The area between the two mountains is a valley. Divide the cake into equal pieces. Divide the cake into equal pieces. Felt the warmth of the sun on my face. Felt the warmth of the sun on my face. The edge of the cliff was dangerous to approach. The edge of the cliff was dangerous to approach. The pair of shoes were a perfect fit. The pair of shoes were a perfect fit. Divide the class into groups for the activity. Divide the class into groups for the activity. The wind carried the scent of flowers. The wind carried the scent of flowers. She felt a drop of rain on her cheek. She felt a drop of rain on her cheek. The heart beat steadily in a rhythmic pattern. The heart beat steadily in a rhythmic pattern. Am I present in your thoughts? Am I present in your thoughts? The heavy rain created a flood in the streets. The heavy rain created a flood in the streets.